Hi everyone, how are you? There we go. All right, making sure I'm live there. Probably need to figure out where to move my iPad while I'm talking because then it shows like the side of my face, doesn't it? Hello, Michelle. How are you? Make sure you comment, make sure you share, and I will be honest with you, I did forget to draw prizes from last week. I don't know why it is that I cannot remember to do that. I have a little guest today, Maggie. She is in the background, so yay for that. All right, let's see. Let me go to the comments here. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick afterwards because I can't get it to go on there, so that's okay. Hey Sharon, how are you? So I'll post here after the live and do that. So don't let me forget. Bad about forgetting stuff, right? Okay, so first things I want to talk about. I keep forgetting to share this, but right now Stampin' Up has, hey Dora, has a great joining special. It includes this little machine right here in boho blue. There, you can also choose to get the white one if you want, the white mini, which is fine too. Some people don't like the blue, which I'm okay with. So you can get this boho blue. It comes with your plates too. You can get, and then it's also $175 worth of products, and you can get that for $125 right now. I was trying to print the sheet, but it wouldn't let me print it. So you can also do where when you join, you don't have to do any of the machines if you don't want to, and then you can just do the $175 worth of products for $99. So you're really kind of getting this machine for $30 instead of the regular $62 when you get it in your starter kit. We have added a few new people in the month of January to our little team, and I have loved that. It has been quite exciting. So if you're interested in that, let me know. There is a link in the description of this video that you can do that with. But if you have questions or need specifics or anything like that, just reach out and I'll be happy to go over that with you. The next thing I want to talk about is Club. And Club is, oh, Doris, so I'm on the TV. Oh, that's kind of scary. Hold on a second. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Stay. Ben is out of town, so I have dog duty, and I'm probably going to have to go put her on the couch in a minute because she's going to whine until then. But Club includes 6 cards. There are 6 cards. I don't know what I did with my 6th one over here, but I've been typing tutorials all week. So there are 6 cards that you will create, and this month comes with the embellishments. You get the pack of ribbon. You get half a pack of the Enjoy the Journey DSP, which is absolutely gorgeous. Then you can also add on the bundle for cost. So if you're interested in that, the email will start going out this week on that. I tried not to put it too close to the other one and sending it out. So I give it a few days before those will start going out. So you'll see the Club information coming out soon. If you'd like to get on my email list, make sure that you just message me and I can add you on there. So that is all the announcements that I have for today. I do have some prizes that I will give away, but I'll do that afterwards, and I will show you the prizes for next week at the end. How about that? Okay, I think that's it. Is that it? I think so. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to flip you around. We're going to dive in because I am super excited. I'm going to cover up the screen here. I'm super excited about the projects for tonight. On them, I kind of stepped outside of my box. And let me switch it. Hold on. There we go. I stepped outside of my box for the projects tonight. We will only fussy cut once. We're going to be using the adorable owl, which is one of the celebration items right now, which is free with every $50 purchase that you spend. We're going to use some paper that is so we're going to dive in real quick. I won't hold you guys too long because I really don't want to have y'all listening to Maggie whine the whole night on live. Okay. So the first card we're going to do is a little baby card. So I don't have friends that are having kids anymore. I'm out of that stage. But when I saw the owl with the little bow tie, it really reminded me of a boy, you know, like congratulations or baby shower boy. So that is what we're going to do first. We're going to use watercolor pencils and we're going to use the blender pen. So I've done most of the die cutting. I'm pretty sure I've done all the die cutting on most of the cards tonight. So again, I was trying to make it easy because I knew I would have Maggie all by myself tonight. And she's sitting here whining and she's like thinking I'm, I guess, talking to her maybe. I don't know. She probably does think I'm trying to talk to her. And she's probably trying to talk back. Oh yeah, Verna. I love the owls. I wasn't sure I was gonna use them very much, but here we are. I decided to do a whole YouTube live on it. Hey, go sit down. Go sit down. So I'm going to try to make it as quick and easy and painless as possible. All right, I need to trim this down. Actually, we'll do it when we adhere it. So we're going to adhere our little piece like this. And this is using the scallop contour dies, which I did pull out all the dies that I used. The scallop contour dies are these right here. This is probably one of my favorite pieces that I have used about 1,010 times. And then I also used the frame here, if I can get it to pop up. There we go. And then I use that size for the label or frame or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we are going to adhere this. I guess I should have brought some other treats for her to kind of help keep her quiet. All right. So we're going to attach this and I'm just going to run it along that top. And I'm kind of just putting it where your hump goes in. I feel like that's kind of all you really need to see. All right. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me go let her get in the couch. All right, come on. Let's go down the couch. Come on. Come on. Couch. Come on. Okay. Sorry about that. And of course, she's not going to stay there. Good grief. Oh, I love her to death. I love her to death. She is still in the training. She still is in training. I have to keep reminding myself of that. Okay, so we're going to put this along the edge of our card base here. And we're going to make sure it goes from top to bottom. Maggie. Sit. Sit. You're fine. Stay. Okay. And then we're going to trim off this little extra piece right here. Okay. We are then going to take our ribbon and we are going to wrap it around our cardstock through the center here. And then we're going to tie a pretty little bow right up here at the top. Because, you know, when it's for a baby shower or, you know, anything like that, then you can always add a bow if it's for a boy. When it's for a baby. All right. That bow's probably a little upside down, but that's okay. All right. Got it going on there. And then we are going to trim it with our scissors. Trim it off there. Trim it there. Let's trim that a little bit more on that side. Not too long. Okay. Then we are going to stamp our sentiment and our owl. And we are going to do that in black memento. We're going to stamp our sentiment first because I want to make sure that I get it straight. And we're going to stamp right there. I think that's pretty good. Then we're going to ink up our cute little bow tie owl here. And we will stamp him right there next to it. You could turn this into a little girl if you wanted to. You could do a little pink one. But I also thought that the Hoot Hoot, You're So Cute, that is really good for a kid card too. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to color very lightly. I kind of went heavy-handed here when I didn't really mean to. I meant to go a little heavier-handed around the eyes, but kind of keep the center and the top light. So I'm going to try that here. The watercolor pencils are not my specialty. I'm still really learning with these. And they've been out for a while, but pencils quite a bit. I need to probably use them a whole lot more than I do. All right, so we're going to do light. Oh, Maggie, stop jumping, baby. Leah. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, and then we're going to just do heavy-handed around the eyes, which will make it a little darker. I probably do need to work on sharpening it as well. That probably would help it. All right. This is the only one you're really going to have to sit here. Well, I don't know. I'll probably make you watch the other ones as well. Okay. One thing that bothers me about the watercolor pencils is I don't like to leave them like this because it does look like you're just coloring. And especially after using the blends, I like for it to look real smooth. So that's where we're going to come in with the blender pen and use it because it will help smooth out all those lines. Quite look so splotchy, at least in my opinion. Y'all can obviously, you could leave it like this if you wanted. That is totally up to y'all. Okay, so do you see how heavy-handed makes it so that it's a little bit darker there and then there? And that just, I think, just helps give the owl definition. You don't have to do it that way, but you can. I'm so sorry, Berta. Oh, yes, Dora. Yes. The kids, yeah, because you do the kids' classes. So these would be perfect to do using the owl. And it lets them color, and all kids like to color. So, you know, I think it would be perfect. All right, so I am coloring Oh, by the way, this is Early Espresso. And Early Espresso is part of the just the watercolor pencils. And then you've got the watercolor 2 assortments, which is where the Balmy Blue, which we're using now, is coming from. All right. Yeah, she keeps jumping on my back. She wants my attention, which I get. We're also going to color the eyes. And we're going to color... we're going to leave that little white dot. See, I'm going to try to zoom in. There we go. I'm glad. She is definitely bothering me, Verna. Woo. You know, it really is. It's the baby in her, which I know. One day she'll be just fine. So I guess this is just helping to get her used to it, right? All right, and then pumpkin pie. And pumpkin pie comes out of just the watercolor pencils. So you've got let me zoom back out. So you got the watercolor pencils, and then you've got watercolor pencils assortment too. So I used both of those for this. All right, let's zoom back in, and we will finish. We're going to do the little beak in orange. And, well, pumpkin pie, not orange. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. All right, then we are going to take our blender pen. And when you do this, you're going to need some scratch paper or some grid paper. So we're just going to take a piece of grid paper. And you don't have to necessarily put it under, but you just need it so that you can wipe off the color, because you want to make sure that what you're wiping is clear, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to run over everything. Now, you don't want to mix the colors though. You want to leave the colors separate. So we're going to do all of the Early Espresso first. And then we will do Balmy Blue, and then we'll do Pumpkin Pie. So, okay, so that's just kind of blending all that color in, and then you can go back up and add just a little bit more color if you want. If you do this with basic white cardstock, which is what I've got here, be careful because this is a liquid that is coming out. So with that liquid, it's going to make your paper wet, and it can like pick up the paper because it's not watercolor paper that we're using. So just know that you want to be careful with how much you run over it. All right. And the blending pen, it will move the ink. It'll move that ink that you've put down. So just be careful. You see how I made that a little darker? Because which is okay. I'm fine with that. Now I'm going to take and clean it off. Make sure I get rid of all the Early Espresso color. Then we're going to do the blue. You can also do this with your ink pads. You can put a little bit of ink in the lid or on a block. And then you can actually color in the different parts. You see, I'm getting all this blue off. All right, so then we're going to do pumpkin pie. And ta-da! So that to me looks a lot better than what it did originally with all the extra little color marks in it. All right, where did I put my lid? All right, so I'm going to pull you back out so that you can see me put the rest of the card together. Oh, it's on the end. Sorry. And I'm going to move all these. I'm going to pull it back out. There we go. We can move our piece there. And then we're going to flip this over. And we are going to attach. And you know, Verna, Since you're the one letting me talk about the dog. So the funny thing is, so I made sure I got home in plenty of time to feed her, because normally she eats around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I didn't want, you know, for her to be real whiny for being hungry. And then I also made sure I took her out twice before we started. So, yeah, none of that worked. So until now, although she might be mad at me now, but it'll be okay. All right. We're putting some extra pieces on here for the dimensional. Because we're gonna straddle over that ribbon. So I want to make sure that it catches the ribbon and keeps the ribbon in place as well. All right. We're gonna attach it right there. Ta-da. And then last thing we want to do is we want to add some embellishment, because you need that, right? So we are going to add the pastel pearls. Oh, I did forget to say, oh, okay, Tor, thank you. I haven't even shared it yet myself. I need to, I guess. These right here, nope, I have no idea what I was about to say. I'm sorry. I just forgot. That's called a brain fart. Oh, the description. In the description of this video, there is a link to the blog post. And there is a blog so that it gives you all of the measurements. Damn. It'll give you all the measurements of the cardstock and all the products that I use. So make sure you check that out. All right. I forgot to move the pen. And I about stuck myself with it. All right. Okay. So these are the pastel pearls. I can't remember. I think this color right here is actually retired already, but it looks really good with the balmy blue. So that's where I'm going to put it on. Stampin' Up kept these for some odd reason. So, and we're going to fill in this little open white space there with that. And then we're going to put one here and put one here. Okay, so that is card number 1. I know my embellishments on this are quite a mess. I used it for a class, so I would cut pieces out for everybody. All right. So let's look at card number 2. I did do all cards tonight. So this is card number 2. I'm probably going to have to say this is my favorite one. Hey, Linda. Yes, they are like kids. For real. She is like a kid. And you know what her biggest thing is? Oh, thank you, Verna. The biggest thing about her, too, is she's like a preteen. She is currently, like, if she gets told no, she will literally huff and puff and go plop down on her bed and, like, glare. Like, she'll look back almost like she's rolling her eyes at us. She likes to do that. I tell you what, I didn't sign up for a kid. All right. Okay, so card base, thick whisper white, and we're going to go ahead and fold that. Then we are going to do, lay down. Then we are going to put our DSP on, and we're going to use liquid glue for that because I want to make sure that I get it even with the card front. All right, so we're going to lay that right there, and then we're going to kind of tap it on the table just like you would a stack of paper. Make sure it gets flat there. And then we are going to take frame, and this is from the Fabulous Frames. I love these frames. I don't use them very often for the last couple months. I don't know why. I kind of got away from using them, but I absolutely love them. All right, so we're going to put glue all around. And then we're going to put it at an angle. I wanted it to be fun since the paper was fun. Okay. Yeah, she just blew out because she was mad at me because I told her no. Goodness grief. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take and stamp on some basic white paper our little beautiful owl here. This is the owl that is flying. Find my black memento. Everything is actually stamped in black memento tonight, which is great. We're going to stamp my friend real quick on this little tag, and this is from the tailored tags. And then we will ink up our owl here. And then we're going to color our owl, and we are going to do it in crumb cake. We're going to make the eyes green since our background paper is green. And then I need our pumpkin pie. Okay, so I'm going to first put an entire coat of crumb cake. Hold on. Now that I have figured this out, we're gonna use it. Unless it makes you sick. If it makes you sick, tell me. Going in and out like that. I figured it would help so that you can see what I'm doing as far as coloring. So I'm using the brush tip because you do have plenty of room here, but I'm actually putting ink all the way around him. And this is just the light crumb cake. And then all right. So now with the light crumb cake there, we're going to take the dark and we're going to use the fine tip one. And then we're just going to add dark at the top. And then we're going to add it on the belly. All right. Let's do his eyes green. And again, we're going to leave the little, I think it's more of like a little shadow kind of glare thing. We're going to leave that white. Okay. I think the green eyes are really pretty. And then we're going to do pumpkin pie for his nose. And then for his little feet. And then we're going to fussy cut him out. But guess what? Y'all do not have to watch me fussy cut him out. Oh, good. Okay, good, Verna. I already fussy cut him out, so you don't have to watch me do that. Yay! I just wanted you to watch me color him. Okay, I'm going to bring the card in because we have to color one more time. So we're going to pull in both of these, and we're going to stick our stitched circle here. We're going to put it on with some dimensionals. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to stick this right about here. Yep, right there. We're going to stick this, well, actually, let's do our owl first. So we're going to pop our owl up as well. So we're going to put dimensional there and dimensional there. Hi, Karen. We're going to stick our owl friend here. And then we are going to take and put a little bit of adhesive on the back. And then we're going to put a dimensional up here. Right across. We're going to tuck our little piece here at an angle. We'll take linen thread. And we're going to take and do a double bow. So I'm going to show you how we do a double bow. So you pull out a long piece, actually, okay, sorry, we'll have to come back out. I know that was quick, I'm sorry. You're going to take a long piece of linen thread and you're going to fold it in half like this. You don't have to cut it off from your spool yet. I don't need quite that much. Okay, so I've got a long piece here that's double folded. Then we're just going to tie a normal bow with it. So now you've got a double bow here. I think this is the easiest way to do a double bow. Now, and that was a phone call, and I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Whoops. All right, so we're gonna take then our little double bow here, and we are going to double fold, and then we're going to stick it right here in that little circle. And then that is our card. Oh, no, wait, y'all. I always forget our embellishment. I need the embellishments. And we're just going to use, these are the opaque, and these are in the mini catalog. And we're going to add on, there's 3 sizes to it. I always like when they do the 3 sizes. I love it when they do the 3 sizes. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, and then let's do a 3rd one right there. Okay, and that is it. So card number 2 is done. Try to get those back in there so I don't mess them all up. Okay, and now let's do card number 3. And I have, again, done most of the die cutting for this. I think I've actually done all of the die cutting. I've also even done the embossing. Okay. So, I took a piece of Calypso Coral. And again, all the measurements are in the description of the video on the blog. So make sure you go over there and check those out. But I used the Metal Plate 3D and I embossed a piece of Calypso Coral. Then I attached it to a Calypso Coral card base. And we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. And I need to get a new dimensional. Maggie, I'm almost done. Lay down. Lay down. So we're flipping that over. We're going to put a whole bunch on here. And you'll see why I'm putting this on first, because our DSP of the card base. All right. So we're just going to stick that on there. Then we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to put liquid glue on the front of our card base. And I'm going to put my bone folder right about there. And I'm telling you this little trick so that you can see what I'm doing. I know I can put adhesive all down here now. And I'm not going to get real close to the line up here. Well, I mean that close because I moved the bone folder, but, and I'm making sure I've got a little extra on there because it's embossed. Then we're going to put our little piece here. We're going to line it up with the bottom edges and our sides. And make sure it all lines up nice. There we go. Then we're going to take this piece and we're going to put glue on the back of it. We'll put liquid glue on it. And then we're going to put that at an angle right over it. Like that. Okay. I'm going to wait and let that little piece of glue right there dry. And then we will trim off all those edges. In the meantime, we do need to stamp our sentiment. I went ahead and did the balloons. The balloons are from the elephant stamp set. So you've got the dies and then you've got the elephant parade. That is the only balloon that we currently have. So I had to use it because, you know, you can't really have a birthday without balloons. All right. So I've done that. We're going to stamp our sentiment on here. So it's your day. Let's see if I can get that. Ooh, that's kind of bad. We'll flip that over. Okay, that's much better. And then let's stamp our owl. We're going to stamp him right about there. Perfect. And then we're going to color him. And actually, before we move on, I'm going to stamp the balloons on the inside of the card. And we're going to color those too. Okay. So I want to do Calypso Coral for my balloon here. And then we're going to do Light Pumpkin Pie because it's Mango Melody is the color of our DSP, but we don't have Mango Melody Stampin' Blends. So we're going to do the closest thing, which I think is Light Pumpkin Pie. All right, so we'll set that aside. We are then going to do our owl here. So I want to make sure I do all the right colors. So we're going to do Light Gray Granite first. I wanted to show you that you could do the owls in any color. And you know, if you wanted to, you could even make a pink owl because it's crafting. And nobody questions it, right? When you're crafting. At least I have found no one has ever questioned me for the colors that I have used when creating animals when it comes to card making or crafting. It is up to us. All right. And again, I'm just coloring the whole card with the light gray granite. All right, and then I'm going to take the dark gray granite and I'm going to take the fine tip. And we're going to add color in. Now, I will say the gray granite is not quite as dark as most of your other colors, so just know that. You'll have to probably add a couple layers of the color to really see that difference. And then instead of doing the tummy, we're going to do the outside body. I'm going to do this piece. All right. Okay. And then we're going to do Tahitian Tide, and this is light Tahitian Tide eyes. For some reason, the blue is what I really go for the eyes with the owls. I don't know why. Okay. And then we want to do pumpkin pie for our beak. And our feet. That is exactly right, Nicole. That is exactly right. I am on board with that fully. All right, we're going to take that light pumpkin pie again. And, you know, crafting gives you the license to do really kind of whatever you want to do. That is my personal opinion of it. And then Calypso Coral for the other 2 stripes. All right. And then he is colored. And let me move all that out the way. So we are now going to put this on the inside of our card so we do not lose it. And then we're going to grab our trimmer again real quick, and we're going to trim off those little edges. One there. And then there. Okay. Then we're going to pop up our little owl on the card front with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to put it right about there. We're going to take our balloons here and we're going to kind of, I originally was going to make them come from the owl's hand, but they're not long enough to really do that, so it kind of looked weird. So we're just going to kind of do some balloons out here to the side. And we're going to use some dimensionals for that. I'm going to put this one far over to the right. And then let's do this one. We're going to put some adhesive on this one here. We're going to kind of set it right here. And then a dimensional. That's going to go right about there. Oh, you know what? I probably need to actually move them up just a touch. Let's do there. Okay. Because I want my sentiment to be a little bit up further this way. All right, so we got that one there. And then let's do our last Calypso Coral one. You could do different colors. I was trying to stick to the theme of the paper. And we're just going to tuck that one down in there like that. Or not the theme, the color of the paper. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, then there it is. We're gonna put a dimensional on one side of it. Make sure I put it on the right side. So it's gonna be here. And then regular adhesive is gonna be on the other part because it's gonna lay over our owl. We're going to stick it like that. There we go. Last thing we want to do is we want to tie a little bow with some more linen thread. Y'all know I like my linen thread. And every time it gets close to when the annual catalog is going to retire, I really pray hard that they will not get rid of my linen thread. All right, let's grab a glue dot. And we're going to put that on the back. And then we're going to stick it right up underneath the sentiment. And ta-da! There is card number 3. Okay, let me pull in the other ones really quick. And I'm going to I'm going to leave that adorable owl there. And make sure you remember that with any $50 order, you get this adorable owl for free. It is part of celebration. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm trying to clean up as I go today. All right, so there's card number 2, and there is card number 1. So we got all the projects from tonight. Oh, Karen. I think currently right now I might have 10. I might have 10 of the packs of linen thread. Shh, don't tell anybody though. I do go through a whole lot. Oh yes, Nicole, you definitely need to play with doing some pink owls. And make sure that if you do, that you go over to my Facebook page, if you're on Facebook, or if you're not, just put it right here on YouTube and put a copy, or, you know, post a picture of that, because I'd love to see it. That would be awesome. I need to do that. Maybe we'll make a pink owl in class for February. I might have to change it and do a pink owl. So, all right, guys, I hope y'all have a great evening. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. Again, you can find all the measurements over on my blog, and the link to that is in the description of the video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next. Oh, wait. Sharon, you said wait? Oh, no. I'm going to have to draw afterwards because I couldn't get the video to pull up for me when I went live. So I'm going to draw, and then I'll post it here on who wins, and I'll tag whoever wins. I was going to show what the gifts are though for next week. Hold on. Next week's prizes will be a grand kid, and then I've got the tailor-made tags, dies, which is one of the tags that we used tonight. So those will be the 2 gifts that if you comment or share tonight, that will be the gifts for next week. But I'll draw the names from last week. I'll draw those in a few minutes. So, yep. No problem at all, Sharon. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Have a good one.